channel. Okay, so today let us try another pigeonhole principle problem. So I have made two earlier videos, part 1 explaining what pigeonhole principle is, and in part 2 we saw a little easier pigeonhole principle problem. If you haven't checked those two videos, I recommend watch those two videos first. The playlist for that videos of discrete maths topics is showing in the I tab above. Okay, so this problem has been taken from an handout from Professor Gary. This is the link to that question and the solution. So let us read the question and understand it first. What is the question asking? Okay, so over a period of uh, over a period 30-day period, Rick will walk the dog at least once per day and a total of 45 times in all. Okay, so there are 30 days. Okay, and minimum with the walk is dogged for at least one time per day and a maximum of 45 times total. Okay, prove that there is a period of consecutive days in which he walks the dog exactly 14 times. So what we will do is we have to find for how many consecutive days the sum of the hours that he walks his dog is exactly 40. We have to find that actually that period of consecutive days exists. Okay, so what we can do is let us define a variable si where I is denoting till the day, from starting from day 1 till the day I, the end of day I, how many hours I have walked how many times I have walked the dog is representing by SI, the sum of that. For example, first day, Rick walks the dog minimum 1 hour, so one time, so he walked one time. Second day, he walked his dog two times. Third day, he walked his dog three times. So S3 means from starting from day 1 till day end of day 3. How many times Rick has walked his dog? The sum of that. So 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6. So S3 would be 6. I hope you understood what this variable SI is denoting. So we will have S1 means cumulative sum of how many times Rick has walked his dog by the end of day 1. That would be less than, because minimum per day he is walking his dog one time. So I know that S2 has to be greater than S1. Okay. By the end of day 2, starting from day 1, how many times he has walked his dog, the sum of that is S2, which is less than S3, so on until how many days he is doing that? 30. So we will have till less than S30. Okay, I am erasing this part over here. And I know that minimum uh, these values, what is the minimum and maximum value it can take? Minimum 1 and maximum 45, because it's given that maximum he is walking his dog 45 times over 30-day period. Okay, so what I need to find is we have to find Si and Sj such that the difference between Si and Sj is 14. So what does this mean is, see, Sj represents starting from day 1 till the end of day j, how many times Rick has walked his dog. And SI represents starting from day 1 till the end of day I, how many times Rick has walked his dog. And the difference between these two is representing starting from the day j plus 1 till the end of ji, how many times in total Rick has walked his dog, and we have to find that this value should be equal to 14 times exactly. That is the number of consecutive days. So if I rearrange these terms a little bit, I'll raise over here. If I rearrange the terms a little bit, so I have to find an SI such that it is equal to 14 plus Sj. So if I find an Si that is equal to Sj plus 14, both are equal, then we have proved this uh, the question, we have proved it. Okay, so what we will do, for each Si, S1, S2, we will form another sequence by adding 14 to everything. Okay, so 1 plus 14 less than equal to S1 plus 14 less than equal, and I know that S1 and S2, they are strictly increasing, because minimum S2 and S1, the difference is 1 minimum, right? So S2 plus 14 less than S3 plus 14, so on, less than S30 plus 14 less than equal to 45 plus 14. Okay, so it will be 15 less than equal to S1 plus 14 less than S2 plus 14 less than S3 plus 14 less than S30 plus 14 less than equal to, this would be 5 plus 4, 9, 4 plus 1, 5, 59. Okay, so this part I will just erase this part. This one is not required. Okay, so we have two series over here. Look, this S1, S2, so on, S30, and S1 plus 14, S2 plus 14, so on till S30 plus 14. So what I need to show is how many terms we have over here. We have 30 terms in this series and we have 30 terms in this series. So total we have 60 terms. Okay, we have 60 terms, and value of this whole series, these two combined series, it can take value from 1 to 59. It can take any value from 1 to 59. So this values, I will write it in another page. These values S1, S2, so on, S30 less than S1 1 plus 30, right, less than S2 plus 30, so on, less than S30, it's not 30, it's 14, right? Sorry, should be 14. S1 plus 14, S2 plus 14, S30 plus 14, and it will take values from 1 to 59. So these 60 terms in the series, there are 60 terms. These are our pigeons, 60 pigeons, and the values it can take from 1, including 1 to 59, right? And it will be equivalent, right? 59, these are our poles. If we get two terms, right? If we find two terms, okay? If we find two terms in the whole sequence, so we know from pigeonhole principles, because there are more pigeons and there are 59 holes, so two values will be same, right? In the whole series, two values will be same, right? Because we have more pigeons than the holes. So but notice over here that this series, this S1 to S30 series, is strictly increasing, and this S1 plus 14 to S30 plus 14 is also strictly increasing. So two values from this series cannot be equal, and two values from the above series also cannot be equal. So the only case is a term from the above series and a term from the below series has to be equal. So yeah, so from pigeonhole principle, as there are 60 pigeons, which are nothing but the cumulative sum series, and 59 holes. So this would imply that two pigeons has to share the same sum, has to share the same sum, and one is taken from the series above series, and let us assume this above series is SI, is okay, SI, and from below series a general term would be SJ plus 14. So the only values that can be equal, we will erase everything from this way, the only values that can be equal is SI equal to SJ plus 14 of this form, and we have proved that SI minus SJ is equal to 14. So the period from j plus 1 to j plus 1th day to ith end of ith day are the consecutive days where what was the name of the boy? The Rick will walk his dog exactly 14 times. Okay. Thank you for watching and happy learning.